Meet Jeanne. She is a 50-year-old female who has lived most of her life with multiple sclerosis. She is in home health due to a recent fall, and luckily she did not sustain any fractures. We are seeing her today to help regain as much function as possible. Before Jeanne and I started our session, I had her perform a few warm-up activities to prepare for the other tasks. First, I had her use the TheraPutty to activate her hand muscles. There are different motions made with the putty to use different muscles within the hand. Next, I used a hot pack to heat up her shoulders. This helped to loosen the muscles prior to working on the dressing tasks. Jeanne and I decided to work on dressing, as that was an area in which she struggled with. I first asked her to demonstrate how she would normally get dressed for me. She showed me how she would don a shirt. Through observation, I was able to assess that she fatigues quickly. I watched as she took her time and held the bed for support. At one point, you'll see that she even verbalized that she needed a break. I was then able to have a discussion with her about the benefits of adaptive equipment and the benefits of energy conservation techniques while doing dressing tasks. During my discussion with Jeanne, I informed her that completing the activities while seated will help to reduce the fatigue and help with energy conservation. She was very receptive to all of the suggestions, as she is eager to live as much of an independent life as possible. I also introduced to her some adaptive equipment such as a reacher, dressing stick, sock aid, and long-handled shoehorn. I taught her how to use them, and when we worked on practicing using them to see if she was comfortable with the equipment and would be willing to use them in her daily life. Here you can see the introduction of the reacher to use for dressing purposes. This piece of equipment is helpful if there are articles of clothing on the floor that need to be grabbed, but you do not want to exhaust your energy to bend over and get them. This would be a great item for Jeanne to have in the event that she was to drop an article of clothing or another piece of her adaptive equipment. This is a very good piece as it is very versatile and can translate into multiple areas of life and other areas of activities of daily living. Here, I am showing Jeanne how to use a dressing stick in order to dress her lower body. With this piece of equipment, I taught her how to thread the stick through the pant leg and out the foot hole in order to scrunch them up. This helps so she would not have to bend over to put her pants on. Instead, once the pant leg was scrunched, she is able to thread her foot through the pant hole and then thread the other foot through the other hole and pull her waistband up while standing slowly. This conserves energy from standing the whole time while dressing her lower body. Here, you can see her practicing this technique. Next, I taught her how to properly set up a sock aid and use it in order to conserve energy while donning socks. Here, you can see her practicing these techniques to prevent fatigue. After using the sock aid, we worked on using the long-handled shoehorn in order to put on her shoes. I also showed Jeanne other ways to use the dressing stick. Here she worked on doffing her shoes and socks with the stick. This was one piece of equipment that she felt would be very helpful in her dressing routine. Jeanne was also quick to love the reacher as it helped her to pick things up without having to bend over. Here's an up close of each piece of adaptive equipment. Here you can see the sock aid. This is the dressing stick. This is the long-handled shoehorn. And this is the reacher. Before we ended the session, I made sure to sit down with Jeanne and ask if she had any questions at all about what we did or how to use the adaptive equipment prior to me leaving.